Hey guys, it's Hannah and I'm here today with a book haul for you. So it has been a long while since I've done a book haul because I've been trying to get down that TBR shelf, and I've just come to realize that's never gonna happen, so why not add to the chaos? So I picked up a lot of books, some at my Barnes & Noble, some at my used bookstore, and some at the library. So I've got a good range of things. So I didn't buy all of them, but I bought most of them. So let's get it on into the haul. First one I picked up at my local library. I picked this up strictly because I believe Grace over at G Swizzle Books raved about this, and that is Groot. I think this is the one. Groot. She said that it's a Groot novel, a graphic novel, and this is the other one that I've seen, and I thought that the title looked like the font looked familiar. So I don't know too much about this, but I am interested in seeing this. And Trevor kind of mocked me for picking this one up because he's like, what, does it just say I am Groot in there? But the thing is loneliness, and so I'm thinking like maybe it's his origin story. So I picked this one up because it was just on a whim, and I saw it and I wanted to try it. So I will let you guys know what I think about this one soon. Next, I had to pick up this one because this is the only Sarah J. Maas book that I don't own, and I was like, I've been kind of hesitant because Wonder Woman was good. It was okay. That was by Lee Bardugo, and it is in the DC Icons, and I didn't pick up Batman by Marie Lu, and so I was like, I don't really know if I want to read this, but it is Catwoman Soul Stealer by Sarah J. Maas. I got it at Costco, hence why the sticker. I'll try to get that off later. But it's a Sarah J. Maas book, so I'll let you guys know what I think. Everybody was mocking it because before it came out, saying, I swear to God, if she like purrs, like the person purrs, they're out. But so I've been a little hesitant, and I haven't looked at reviews, and I haven't seen anybody talking about this one. So I'm wondering if people aren't talking about it because it's bad, or people just haven't read it. So I picked this one up, and we will see what I think about this one. The next pick I picked up, I've been on hold on the library for an audiobook of this for, oh gosh, let's check and see how long I've been on hold for this one. So I have 9 weeks left to wait. My place is 9, and that's up from 23. I put this on hold on July 9th. So I've been waiting a long time for this, and then I just decided to finally just break and buy it. And that is I Am Not Your Perfect Mexican Daughter. This one is like an award winner, and I actually picked this one up at my used bookstore for only $9. So I was pretty excited about that I found it on super crazy sale. So I picked this one up. This one sounds really good, and it's like it's highly talked about, and clearly a lot of people are interested in this one because of the wait list on my library. So this is all about a girl whose daughter disappears or dies. She dies. And she basically was like the perfect Mexican daughter, and then a lot of things are like coming out about her life, and it's all, I think, told from the perspective of her sister, and her sister's going through things, and I assume that she's constantly being compared to her sister. So as someone who has 2 sisters who are older than me, I find this very intriguing, and also I'm excited to see, like, to learn about a different culture with how people raise their kids and their expectations and such like that. So this has been on my radar for quite some time, and I am excited to finally be able to pick it up. Next is a book I picked up at my local library that I've been interested in getting to ever since Catty Tastic posted about it on her book haul or her wrap up or something. And this is Nice Try Jane Sinner. This one is all about, it's basically like a college show or college age and then reality show mixed together, and it sounds super right up my alley because I'm a trash for reality shows. So I'm excited to get to this one because I think it'll be like, I'll fly through it. But that's why I wanted to rent it at my local libraries, because I didn't know if I wanted it to be a reread, and if it's a fast one like this, I don't want to spend my money on it if I read it in like 2 days. So I wanted to definitely read this one though, and I will let you guys know whether I think you should just rent it or if you should buy it. Next up is a graphic novel that I actually got recommended by a customer. If you guys don't know, I do work in a bookstore, so one of the best parts about my job is interacting with customers who have the same reading taste as me, and then we get to talking about books. And so I got into a great conversation with someone looking at graphic novels, and he recommended a bunch of graphic novels, and this one I told him I was been eyeing, so I picked this one up on his recommendation. That it was an interesting taste, but it was a little different, and I've got way more recommendations to pick up from him. But this one I saw at my local used bookstore, and I was like, okay, I gotta get it because it was only $5. So this is Sex Criminals Volume 1, and this is all about two people who, when they have sex, time stops. So what do they do when they have sex and the time world is stopped? They rob banks. So this is gonna be, that's as much as I want to know going into this one, but I know that this has been like one that a lot of people talk about. But I'm excited to go into this one because I think that what a weird concept. So I'm assuming this has got to be like, yeah, it's rated M for mature. So this is, I can't wait to get into this one and how weird this is gonna get. Next up, Barnes & Noble was doing a great book blowout, and it was if you bought 3 50% off books, because they had a bunch of titles that are 50% off. If you bought 3 50% off books, you got a free tote bag. So of course I had to get 3 books because I wanted a tote bag, and I love our tote bags anyways. So I was eyeing some books. So first one I picked up was Bookshop of Yesterdays by Amy Myerson. This is actually an adult book, but it sounds so good. So this is all about a girl who was really close with her uncle growing up, and her uncle was like really pivotal part of her life and her family's life, and then somewhere in between there they got estranged and she lost touch with her uncle, and he owns a bookshop. So when she was younger, she would go into this bookshop and he would like give her scavenger hunts and little things to do as she was in the bookshop. And then cut to later on in life, he died and she inherits this bookshop, and as she's trying to save it from the brink of going under, she is finding little things from her uncle still to carry on the tradition, and she's finding things out about herself as she's trying to keep this bookshop alive. And she's also like reconnecting with her uncle who is now dead. So it just sounds so good and so heartwarming, and I cannot wait to get to this one. So this is one might also be a Muggle Studies book club pick as well, just a heads up. Next up, for my other one that I got for 50% off, is Furyborn. Now, I don't know too much about this. All I've seen floating around on YouTube is people have rave 5 out of 5 star reviews of people that I really trust their opinions on. So it's got the royal aspect of it I love, and which means that it's gonna have a political aspect in it, which I crave in books. And the fact that it's 2 queens, the world will fall, 2 queens will rise. So I'm taking that as like females are strong in this book. So paired that with me just seeing 5 out of 5 star reviews from some of my favorite booktubers, I want to go into this one just blind, and it was 50% off. So I picked this one up for one of my 50% off picks. And my last 50% off pick that I wanted to pick up was We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. I haven't read any E. Lockhart before. However, I wanted to pick this one up because I really enjoyed a recent YA thriller, and I was interested in getting a little bit more into it. All I know about this one is that there's several different stories, and there's something about like a flashback, and there's like hidden secrets. This is one that I definitely don't want to know too much going into because it's a mystery. So if I read into it, I'm gonna have preconceived notions already, because my favorite part about reading mysteries like this is me sleuthing it out and trying to figure out who and what happened. So I wanted to give this one a whim, and since it was 50% off, I was like, hey, why not? It's half off. So do book lovers really need to explain away their purchases? Apparently I'm trying to, but I don't need to. Another one that I wanted to pick up was Rat Queens Volume 5. Now, I loved this series at the beginning, and then it kind of took a turn for the worst in the middle of it, and I'm hoping that it's gonna pull itself back out of it. But I really do love the concept of it, and now I'm already attached to the characters. So this follows 4 females who are basically like an RPG guild. So this is they take on quests, and they're warrior women, and their guild name is Rat Queens, and they take on these interesting characters, and they learn a lot about themselves, and there's so many funny antics, and they each have like different, so weird different backgrounds. And so we've got a necromancer, we've got a woman who actually has a beard that she shaves that her family has interesting views on. There's like an elf-like one who is hopped up on drugs all the time, and there is also one that I don't want to give away spoilers for, that you should just go into. But I love all of the characters, and I'm already invested in the story. I just hope that the storyline takes a better turn, and I will let you guys know what I think. Next up, I don't know too much about. I love the cover, and after reading a little bit of the inside flap, I was like, okay, I need it. This is Sea Fire by Natalie C. Parker, and it says Sisterhood is Survival. And this is an all-female ship intent on taking down a vicious warlord's powerful fleet. This is a woman captain of a ship. Yes. Just, yes. So, I might save this for next summer, but I don't know if I can get a wait. So, beautiful. Look at how beautiful this is. So, I definitely wanted to own this one and put it on my bookshelf so I wouldn't forget about this one. Next up is one that I wanted to pick up because I've seen such rave reviews on this, and it's been sort of on my radar for a while, and then as soon as I heard one of the reviews say that it has a really amazing polyamorous representation in it, I wanted to pick it up. Because I haven't heard too much polyamory talked about it in a good way in books. So I really wanted to have a good representation, and that is the 5th season by N.K. Jemisin. Everybody raves about how good this fantasy series is, and be honest with you right now, I bought it for the polyamory, and I will let you guys know what I think of it and how I'm so excited. I know that everybody loves it, and it kind of sounds like Mistborn-esque, the way that the world's like going under and they have to like scrap things for survival, but I'm here for the relationships, so I will let you guys know what I think about this one. And last but not least is an adult book that I've had on my radar for quite some time. I actually checked it out from the library a long time ago, and I didn't get to read it before I had to return it, and then I've never stopped, like, it's been like in the back burner in my head, and the cover sticks out to me. So this is The Glass Kitchen by Linda Frances Lee, and this one is one of my foodie books that I like. Just, it's such a heartwarming thing that like I find so much comfort in. So I have a thing for recipes and cooking in books. I myself am not a cooker or a baker or anything like that. I don't like cooking, but I love reading about it, and I love when like chefs are in as a storyline, and the restaurants they own or the bakeries, and I just love all that. So everything is so like warm to me. So this is all about a woman who has this restaurant that's been passed on to her by her grandmother, which is the Glass Kitchen, but she has to abandon the Glass Kitchen and she has to move upstate with her sister. So she is in Manhattan, and she meets this widowed husband and his daughter, and that's where she's starting to like rebuild her life. It's a very fluffy contemporary book that has cooking elements, and she gets back into, or she falls in love with cooking again. So I saw this at my local my used bookstore, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna buy it because I know I want to read it, and I've never forgot this cover, so I wanted to pick this one up too. So that is all for my book haul. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know down below if you guys want to pick up any of these yourself, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye!